let's talk about RC charging circuit. So why we are going to discuss about the RC. RC in the sense resistance and the capacitance. Why in a delay I'm talking about the resistance and capacitance. I will just show you like what is the importance of this R and C at this particular stage. So this is a something which we know from our engineering day, the very first semester, the second semester. Like this is a very common circuit. This is R, this is C, and there's a battery, and this is switch. If the switch is open at that particular time, let us suppose the voltage across C is 0. That means there is no charge across the C, and there is no current also. But the moment the switch is going to close, so what is going to happen from the battery? It is a complete circuit, because across the capacitor initially the voltage is 0, and we know like if there is any change across the capacitor, it work as a short circuit. So now initially there was a 0 potential difference. Suddenly you apply a potential difference of Vs, so that means the current is going to pass through this capacitor. Or you can say like the capacitor is going to charge, and it will charge till the time potential difference across the capacitor is completely equal to the Vs. That particular time the current is going to flow, and when the capacitor is fully charged, there will be no current. So that's a general concept of the charging of capacitor. So in this way we can say initially charge across the capacitor is 0, and when the capacitor charged, then the voltage across capacitor is Vc, and this Vc is equals to Vs if it is a completely charged. So this is a basically a charging circuit. Now what is the similarity in terms of the digital circuit? So like in a VLSI, whatever we are going to design later on, so what is the use of this RC circuit in our digital circuit? So here inside the AND gate, so I'm sure like all of you know about the CMOS related circuit. So there is a PMOS, NMOS. The PMOS is a pull-up transistor and NMOS is a pull-down transistor, and that PMOS work as a switch, and there is a internal resistor. So the channel resistance basically I'm talking about. So this is a PMOS on resistance, that is the RP, and through this you can see like the circuit is complete. From the VDD, current will start flowing, and it will reach at this particular point. Now here within this there will be two type of capacitance. One is the input gate cap of second AND gate, and there is a wire cap of the interconnect which is connecting these two AND gate. So there is a third type of capacitance also, which is a internal output cap basically of this gate, which I'm not highlighting right now here. So just to give you an idea, like okay, there are two type of capacitance, and these two capacitance are basically in parallel to each other. So these two are parallel. That means it is a C1 plus C2, or you can say CWN plus CG. So this is a CG plus CW. So at this particular stage, so the this particular circuit you can see Vs. So this is a Vs, this is a VDD. Then there is a switch here. That particular switch is like a PMOS switch. This resistance is a RP resistance, and then this capacitance is a CG and the CW. And then obviously the next terminal, the another terminal of this capacitance is a grounded. So the capacitance which is going to charge through this VDD, it is basically the CW and CG. So both the capacitor are going to charge. So for the gate, for this particular gate, the first one, so this particular AND gate, this CG and CW, these are considered as a load. Whenever we are talking about the load, so we are talking about the NAT cap, we are talking about the next stage input cap, so that is a CG, and internal cap, we also consider the internal cap. The reason I'm just trying to show you, just trying to correlate the actual RC circuit and this digital circuit, you can see like here we are just charging, that's all. So whatever be these cap, the CW and the CG, that is a charging one. So if we have a good understanding about the charging concept, we can easily figure out like after how much time my load cap is going to be fully charged. And that particular time which I'm just talking about, like okay, after how much time my load cap is going to charge. So I'm just talking about you applied a signal at this particular pin, the circuit is on, and it is going to charge these two capacitors. And when the capacitor is charged to a certain voltage, which is a part of a logic 1, then you can say like the input of this particular gate, the second gate, the input pin of this particular gate, it is now it is getting a logic 1. So this gate, if you want to give logic 1 at the pin input pin of the second AND gate, so you have to make sure like CW plus CG, that means this particular capacitance, it should charge fully, or it should be in that particular range where you can say like okay, now it is a logic 1. So that's the concept of charging. Now this is a charging diagram. So in an interview, sometime people will ask you like okay, I need a graph of charging voltage. So you can see like okay, this is a charging voltage, or they can also ask in terms of the charging current, capacitor current, basically like what will be the capacitor current. So remember, like if it is a full it is a 0 at if there is no voltage across the capacitor, at that particular time your current is high, and when it is fully charged, then the current is 0. So that means there is a curve like this. So this is for the current and this is for the voltage. Now here the important thing is a time constant. So I'm sure like all of you know the time constant. The time constant in this particular circuit is tau equals to RC. Everyone know this particular part, that tau equals to RC. But this particular tau in this particular graph, if I will ask you like okay, where is basically the tau? So what is a tau? This is the time constant. What is the time constant? So it is basically this 1t basically. So the definition is like the charging of capacitance, the 63%, the 63% of Vs, that means the whatever the voltage, the maximum voltage which you have applied, or here you can say the maximum voltage, that means the VDD which you have applied at this particular point, the 63% of this is considered, so that this particular point, the time taken by the circuit to charge the capacitance 63% of Vs, that is considered as a time constant, or you can say that is considered as a one time constant, 1t. And as per the graph, to reach at a 99% it takes 40, and in a 5t, ideally we consider like 5t, you will get the maximum voltage, and after that there will be no change in the voltage. That means you can say like okay, capacitor is fully charged. So to reach at this particular level 99%, it is a 40. Time required for a capacitor to charge up to one time constant. So always remember, one time constant is given as a tau equals to RC. So this RC is whatever the time constant. It doesn't mean like if I'm saying like tau equals to RC, it is a time taken by the capacitor to fully charge. That if somehow if you will make this statement, this is wrong. The correct statement is time taken by capacitor to charge 63% of the full voltage or the maximum voltage, that is considered as a tau, that is a R and C. So this is all about the charging. Similarly, we can talk about the discharging also. So now here I'm just considering like, okay, your capacitor is fully charged or it is charged till VC voltage, and you remove the battery. Now there is a switch. Now if you will close this particular switch, now this capacitor is going to work as a battery, which is going to be discharged through this particular circuit. So that means this VC is the maximum voltage and it is going to discharge. So what is the meaning of the discharge? This positive charge, it is going to travel through this circuit and it will reach at this particular terminal, this particular plate. So that means it is going to neutralize, and finally when all the positive charge is going to travel from here and it will reach here, then you can say like, okay, your capacitor is fully discharged. Now in a circuit also, in a digital circuit also, same thing happen like in the NMOS. So in NMOS, the one terminal of the NMOS is connected with the ground. So whenever there is there is a switch, that means the NMOS, whenever there is a channel, because you switch on the NMOS, so you're connecting all those capacitor basically, which was like a wire cap and a CG cap, which you have charged in the previously. So now you're connecting all these capacitor, the load cap with the ground through this resistance, NMOS on resistance, and it is basically a discharging. So now the discharging current will flow and it will discharge till the time you will not get zero voltage. Similar discharging voltage curve, it is VC, it is going to discharge, and in a 5t 5 time constant, it is going to be completely discharged. Similarly for the current, initially it is a high current and later it is a zero current. So you can see just the coordinates has changed. It is a -1 because this direction we are considering as a positive direction. This is considered as a negative direction. So that's the reason this is like this. And when it comes to the time constant, again this is a 1t, the discharge time, and that is considered as a time constant, that is the RC. So the time taken by the capacitor to discharge from VC to 37% of the VC, this much time, that is considered as a tau. That means that is considered as a RC.
Like our Facebook page, YouTube channel for more such updates. Thank you for watching. Be expert, buy expert. Best of luck.